Ready? Ready. Hi, I'm Steve Root. This is Root's Kitchens, Bedrooms, Bathrooms. I'm Steve Root. This is Root's Kitchens, Bedrooms, Bathrooms. A test. Does adding steam into an oven while baking improve the end result? I'm going to experiment and find out. So, 23 years ago when I started the business, we used to sell a lot of gas ovens. One of the advantages of a gas oven was that as you burn gas, you generate moisture, which creates a very moist cooking environment. And we were always told that a sponge cake from a gas oven would last several days longer than a sponge cake from an electric oven because of that added moisture. Now, I don't know about you, but if I've made a sponge cake, it rarely lasts more than 24 hours. But I'm guessing technically it should help things. I think it should help things. Today, we don't really sell gas ovens, but we do sell a lot of electric ovens that have steam as an added function. And you'll see some past videos, there'll be links below, where I've used full steam ovens for a variety of things. But as well as full steam ovens, there are some, let's call them partial steam ovens on the market now, that allow a lot of the benefits of steam cooking without all of the full functionality and added cost. So one example of that would be for Neff, their Variosteam model. Excuse me while I put glasses on. 45 years old today, and my eyes are telling me. So Neff's Variosteam. Variosteam gives dishes just the right amount of moisture by adding steam at 3 intensity levels for baking, roasting, or just heating up. Variosteam works by adding the desired amount of steam through ducts in the back plate, doing the Circotherm. Circotherm is Neff's trade name for fan ovens. Circotherm, top and bottom heat, bread baking and grilling modes. There are 3 preset levels to provide a moist cooking environment and help achieve beautiful food that is perfectly succulent and tender. Dishes retain their colour, flavour and won't dry out during the cooking process. So I thought we'd do an experiment today. We've wired up 2 of our display models onto a full power circuit so that we can do this experiment. The oven on the left here is the B47FS34H0B. This has Variosteam as a function, so we'll use the Variosteam automatic bread baking program on this oven here. The model on the right is the B57VR22N0B. Aren't these model numbers great and memorable? So I have to write them down. The oven on the right is a full steam oven, but I'm not going to use the full steam program on that one. I'm just going to use the regular fan oven setting. Now on both of these models, we add the water into a tank, which is just inside here. I've already done that, but I'll show you the tank anyway. So here's our tank of water that I've already filled up. And then just because I like experimenting and taking measurements and seeing how things change, I weighed that tank and it's 1.075 kilograms tank and water. So it'll be interesting to see how much water is added to the cooking program. Speaking of cooking, we need to cook something. So let's get making bread, or rather Steve has been making the bread. So Steve, how's that going? It's going okay, thanks. But first, a bit about Roots. Roots is a small business. We design, supply and install kitchens, bedrooms and bathrooms in East Kent. That's that little corner of the United Kingdom that you can see on the map there. If you live local to our business, we'd love to see you in our showroom. If you don't and you're just watching this video from somewhere else in the UK or around the world, please leave comments if you've got any questions. I do try and answer them all. Now, okay, thanks. I think I probably should have used a slightly bigger mixer, but this is okay so far. So the test plan is to use 2 of these trays here to make 2 identical loaves, put them in the ovens. This, as I said earlier, is the Variosteam oven, so we'll use the automatic program on that one, and this one we'll just use as a regular fan oven setting. Now I'm sure you don't want to watch my lack of ability in baking, so I will fast forward this bit and you can see how I go. While you're watching this, and you're watching me try and knead some bread, occasionally we get given some little props for the showroom. And I've got these Neff oven gloves, and I thought, well, I've got a spare pair. So I'll put a link to a web page up in the comment section. For the next 30 days, if you fill in the form there, for one person I'll randomly select and send you my spare pair of Neff branded oven gloves and apron. Only in the UK, because I'm posting this and there's no charge, and I'm not going to keep your email addresses or anything else for the future. no mailing list to sign up for. We're not that sort of business. I've just got too many, so I might as well put them to good use, and seeing as you're watching this video, maybe you'd like to go there. So I've got to leave these 2 loaves in a warm place to rise. I've got an oven I've preheated just to a low temperature so that I've got that warm space. But I also need to preheat my regular fan oven, 200 degrees. So that's going to be this one. I'll go put these in a warm place. And once they've doubled in size, I shall bring them back and we shall start the experiment. So the bread has risen nicely. They look pretty much the same as far as loaves can do. I've always seen people cut the top of loaves when they make bread. I've got no idea why or if it makes a difference, but I'm going to do the same on each loaf. A little sprinkling of flour, because I think that's what people seem to do and it looks good. And then finally, I need a way of trying to remember which is which. So I'm going to put quite a bit of flour just on one end in a different way for each loaf so that I can tell the difference. 1 spot of flour and 2 spots of flour. So for the first one, we'll go in the oven that's already running. This is the regular oven. So that goes in there and we say set timer for 30 minutes. For this oven,
30 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. For this oven, we'll use the automatic program. I think after I've run this, I'll do a close-up for you all to see what we're doing here. So we go to the home menu, we go to the steam settings, we go to bread in a tin. Next, it is 80 grams. Next, and press play. So that says it's going to take 40 minutes. I'm expecting it to use the steam as well. So this is obviously from a cold oven, whereas that one had to be preheated according to the instructions in the packet. Yeah, let's see how this goes. It has already been pointed out in the office that it is my birthday today, and really I should be doing cake. My cooking skills really aren't up to cake, and I do love bread, so I'm quite happy with this. We'll be back in 30 or 40 minutes and we'll see how it's gone. So some close-ups of bread cooking. On our Variosteam oven we can actually see there's condensation formed on the glass, which looks promising, and on our regular oven, well, it's looking like a nice loaf of bread already. So that's 30 minutes, so we'll take out the regular fan oven bread. There we go. Probably should have rearranged the camera here so you can see this. This looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that one. Ooh. There we go. 10 minutes left on the other one. Sounds hollow underneath. I think that's how they're meant to sound. Excellent. Back in 10 minutes. And there we go. The steam version loaf has finished as well. So let's see what this looks like, and it looks good. Oh. There we go, have a look at that. What do we think? So I'm looking at these 2 loaves and, oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure what the colours will be like on the screen as you see it. So in this case, the steam one is on the right. Yeah, it looks slightly more golden, I guess, doesn't it? So let's weigh the water tank and see what water we've got left. 963 grams. It was 1,075. That's 112 grams of water, which would also be 112 millilitres of water, has been used in baking this bread. So let's see if it makes a difference.
Right, okay, so what's going to happen? Tell me.
So there's 2 ways we can do this. Well, we could just start now and just do it and see what happens. Should we do that? Right, so I've got the bread. Yeah. So I've got 2 loaves of bread. So one of these has been done in the steam oven. I'm not going to tell you which one. Right. So let's try cutting these off. I'm going to try and keep them on the same side, obviously. Do you like bread thick and chunky or thin?
Well, however it comes,
I'm glad you said however it comes, because that's how it's done. We'll show that bread up to the camera. and then I'll label that on the screen.
Smells so nice.
Right, let's with or without butter?
I'm going to have butter.
You're going to have butter?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Well, actually, there's a knife somewhere. If you could butter those ones. There's a knife. Right, and then we mustn't, that was that side. Okay.
Right, okay.
Let's try this one. Okay, that's that one. And then those two come from that one. And then I'll just show that one up to the camera. If it focus. They look very similar. They do, don't they, really? We're meant to be trying to tell that one of these is better or different from the other. The colour's different, isn't it? I think that one looks slightly more golden.
Definitely looks more golden. And this one, the shape of this one is very kind of symmetrical.
That might be down to my mix. So the people that watch the video will have seen that I tried to make the dough the same size and I had a bit more lumpy one on this one. Right, should we try?
Yes.
Which one should we try first?
So let's try the first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay, this is number one.
So this is like a wine tasting, isn't it?
See, my problem is that all bread tastes nice to me.
The crust is lovely.
I always save the crust to last because I like it so much.
The crust is lovely and crunchy. The inside
Okay.
nicely doughy.
Number two.
Right. The crust is less crispy, more chewy.
It is, isn't it? I'm surprised that we're noticing a difference, actually. I'll try the first one again. Well, I like both of those.
I would say my favourite is this one.
Your favourite is the one on the right. Okay.
You're going to tell me that.
No. So what I did was I put some little flour marks on the bread so I knew which loaf was which. And the one with one dot is the one that was on the left. So that was the steam. That was the steam assisted loaf.
So that wasn't the full steam though?
No, that was Variosteam,
Right, yeah.
not the full steam, which I think is the same process on the full steam because it's just using steam as an assistance. And I discovered, so Margaret was working while I was doing all this, 112 millilitres of water was used in that program.
Okay.
So it's not like a full steam like that last video we did. Oh, that was interesting. What a nice experiment.
This one didn't have any steam.
That was no steam. That was just regular oven.
I was just, and I do feel that this makes, it's got a nice golden top. It's got a lovely crust on it and it does feel a little bit more lighter inside.
It does, doesn't it? Just, yeah.
Yep. Now,
yeah, it definitely does.
Carry on and eat the rest of it.
You help yourself. Yes. That was a fun video morning.
And do we need to save these in case we have to redo this again?
Maybe. Let's hope not, because we'll have no bread left. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So that was interesting for us and hopefully you as well. So we actually prefer the bread that came out of the oven with the added steam compared to the normal bread. But to be honest, all bread is just lovely from my point of view. Thank you very much for watching to the end. My name's Steve Root. This is Root's Kitchens, Bedrooms, Bathrooms. And if you're catching on for this last little giveaway thing I'm doing, that will come up just next. Thanks very much. These are really nice, aren't they?
Bread is lovely. I'm going to have a sleep this afternoon.
Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Before I devour my weight in bread, I mentioned earlier on that I've got a few things that I'm going to give away. So Neff, to help our showroom look more beautiful, occasionally send us these sort of goodies and things, which are these nice little oven gloves, and I've got an apron here as well. Now, I've got the two ovens here and I've got two oven gloves on them. So this unopened pack is going spare, and I will post it to someone in the UK free of charge. along with this apron. And all you need to do is go to the comment section, there's a form, link to that form. Go to that form and add your email address. In about 30 days, I will randomly select somebody from that list. I'll email you for your address and I will post these out. Thanks very much for watching to the end of the video. And just finally, one little advert for my small business. We're Roots Kitchens, Bedrooms, Bathrooms. We specialise in the design, supply and installation of kitchens, bedrooms and bathrooms done well. And if you do live near our showroom in Faversham, please come along and visit us. We'd love to welcome you here. For everyone else, if you have questions or comments on this or anything else kitchen related, do please leave comments below. I do still try and answer them all, and it helps me learn things as well when I see your interesting comments. There's a video I'm hoping to do about humidity on extractors as well that somebody asked, so always looking for interesting questions. My name's Steve Root. This is Roots Kitchens, Bedrooms, Bathrooms.